What's the best way to get started with options?
Well, I think to get started with options, you really have to have a plan. If it's scattershot and you're taking hits here and hits there, it's not going to work. So you have to have a plan, and the plan has to fit your style. So we now have weekly options. Some people get off on that kind of drama, and some people are very good at it, but other traders don't like the pressure of having to pick a point in the stock and be right within days. And the plan also has to reflect how the market works. And by that, I mean, there are trends in the market, both in the overall market and in individual industry groups. And if you're bottom fishing, for instance, if you're a directional trader and you're bottom fishing in weak industry groups, energy is an example of one right now, you're basically going against how the market works, which is that trends persist. Now, you can develop strategies, as Tom had, that don't rely on trends, but I think that your plan has to be realistic, and you've got to follow the discipline on every trade. What I've learned is the one trade you put on that goes against your discipline is the one that hurts you. And so you've got to rely on objective indicators. So I think before you start trading options, you've got to have a plan.
Terrific. Tom, anything to add?
I'll add something just really short. I've spent a lot of time on that with this exact question over the last, the last couple of decades. And, and I feel like I've come to two conclusions that are super important takeaways. When you're just getting started, the first thing is and I think Mark said this, but I'm going to say it a slightly different way, stay small. No matter what you do, the one way, listen, when you're first getting started with anything, like there's so many things you're a little uncertain. You can be confident, you can be excited, all this kind of stuff. But there's enough uncertainty out there that just number one, the single most important thing is just stay small, because if you stay small, you can't get in that much trouble. I like the idea of discipline and I like the idea of a plan, but I don't think that those things can, because you don't know what you're doing, can protect you as much as staying small. So A, I think the most important thing is to stay small. And B, just like what Mark said, the second most important thing is just get started and try something. The best way to learn something is to actually do it. So the most successful people in the world of strategic finance, A, they stay small, and B, they do it.